Society.
Hello, everybody. My name is Mary Budwig. I work as the communications head and head of events at the Atlanta Preservation Center. We're located in Grant Park, in case anybody didn't know. The oldest house standing in the city of Atlanta is at 327 St. Paul. So go check it out, become a member. But we are wanting to put together a kind of living interactive document back in the 90s. I want to say the mid 90s. Every home in Grant Park was, I got some slides on there. I'll tell you to do it next. You can go next. Every home in Grant Park was cataloged in these binders and printed out on paper exactly. And we have about, I would say about 12 of these bad boys sitting in the preservation center with every single home in the neighborhood cataloged, the year it was made, the district, its zoning, if it was a contributing structure or not to Grant Park being a historic neighborhood. And we are wanting to update this a little bit, make it interactive, and kind of have something that represents both the past and the present, where somebody who's just interested, somebody who lives here can go, you can find your home on it, and you can see all of the information, a cute photo of it from mid-90s and a photo of it now. So we just kind of wanted to present this to everybody, get community input on what, if this is something you'd be interested in, what you want it to look like, but we kind of have a rough overview of kind of the user experience that we're thinking. So just a little overview, what this would include would be like a neighborhood map, so you could click whatever quadrant you live in, which then goes to a street list, categorized alphabetically, so you can scan it, an address list, so you can just tap your address to learn more, and then kind of that before and after survey page that we talked about. Each house would get its own page, easy peasy, and like I said, everything just as easy as possible, because I want elementary schoolers who are doing research on their house to be able to use this, and I want somebody who is celebrating their 90th birthday to be able to pull it up and use it as well. So again, just like a quick overview of what this potentially could look like. Super lo-fi, but bear with us.
Okay.
Amazing, perfect. Okay, so you would pull up to a map and be able to make a selection of roughly what quadrant your home is in. You click the red one. Boom. Okay. Well, that went to 4 different pages. Yeah, so it would bring you then to that specific quadrant, and then you would be able to select your street. Or be able to select your street from a drop-down menu. Yeah, choose your address. So this example is the 397 Augusta Avenue address. And then this would be a rough look at what that page would look like. So a little bit nicer than the printed out version from the 90s that exists in one place. So it would have all the previous information, if it was contributing, the existing zoning from that time, the current contributing or non-contributing status, the current zoning, and then your land lot, your district, year it was built. You'll see in that binder that it also previously listed the current resident, full name, address, everything. I don't see a reason to keep that in there, especially if this is going on the public internet, but if that is something that you guys would want included in there, it is up for discussion. So yeah, that's just a little overview of what we're thinking. Any questions, comments? Yeah.
Where do you get your information? Put these together.
Well, we work very closely with the city, GPNA, and different organizations. If you want a more long answer, you can always stop by and talk to our executive director, but all the information will be accurate. I can tell you that.
I know my house, the tax assessor says it built in the 1930s, it's actually built in 1927.
Okay, well then that's definitely something that we can kind of look at. I don't know if we should do something where maybe there's a form for residents if there are discrepancies like that, where you could be able to say, hey, you said one thing, it's listed in taxes, one thing.
Information through the Atlanta History Center.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it's that. I'm happy that I got in the area of Grant Park, put out by the city in 1928, it shows my house as being there, so no one was there before 1930s.
Yeah, it can definitely be something. We'll probably be pulling the majority of the information again from these sheets, but if there is any discrepancies like that,
You operate on just a walk-in basis, you have to call, make an appointment.
you just walk in.
Okay. Thank you.
So if it's contributing to the historic district, it's based on a couple of things. I know the kind of age and period of significance, if the home is in good condition, and certain architectural elements.
Guys also have information on the commercial buildings that are.
So that is one thing that I am not 100% sure if it is in those books. If it is not, I would love to add those in there. And that would be something where we might not have a resident listed, but I would love to list the current commercial structures as well.
If I could just jump in and share a little more. So the intent here is that we build a digital catalog to help show the historical significance of every single structure in Grant Park. Whether you're in the Federal Historic District or you just have a building that you feel has local historic meaning. And so this is a monumental project that will start with, you know, first off, getting these digital binders updated and online. But the real opportunity here is to empower the owners, to empower the people who are using this space today to update this record, right? There's all kinds of nuances with all of these homes that the current owners and residents know best. It's a real opportunity to get that documented so that we have a really clear picture of, you know, what makes Grant Park special. And we are thrilled to partner with the Atlanta Preservation Center on this. There is no other neighborhood in Atlanta who is doing anything like this.
Yeah, that is another thing, is this would be the first project of its kind. Like I said, these were done in the 90s. I want to say there's about 2,000 plus different reported structures in there. So it is a big undertaking, but we're happy to do it, especially in this neighborhood. So yeah, it would be a cool thing if other places do something like this, but I would love for Grant Park to be the first.
Yes, they will look to us and say, I want that too. So kind of like where we are here is there will be a detailed funding request coming from GPNA. These binders that we were passing around were put together in like the mid-80s, mid-90s and came out of GPNA. So there will be more details coming on that. And then also, this is our opportunity to essentially ask for the world. You know, what do we as neighbors, as you know, the people living in these structures, what do we want this tool to use, and what should it contain, and everything like that. So if you have ideas on what should be here, we'd love to hear. So if they have ideas, where should they send it?
They can send me an email. My email's not on that real quick, but it's Mary, MARY @preserveatlanta.com. So you can absolutely send me an email. Let me know if there's anything that you'd be interested in seeing on there. If any questions, comments, concerns, again, like if you know your house says one thing's on tax records, but should probably say another, let me know and we can kind of look into that to make sure all the information that we're pulling is as accurate as it can be.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Easy enough. Thank you.
So I would just say, it is not possible for us to monitor the chat and run this meeting. So I typically try to turn it off. So if anyone in the chat or virtually has a question, we just ask that you raise your hand. Okay. Admin update.